Okay, Giselle, so let's get started with the topic. Okay, we're starting outbursts of frequency, and I got my notes here, so we can check that. Well, the first one is the definition. What is the definition of an outburst of frequency or outburst of frequency? Well, outbursts of frequency indicate how frequently an action takes place, right? So outbursts of frequency are words that describe how frequently, how often something happens. All right. So there is a common list of frequency outbursts that you can use. For example, in Spanish, outbursts of frequency is adverbios de frecuencia. All right. In English, we got let's say here I got a outburst of frequency that you can use. Common list of frequency outbursts. Always, always. You can repeat after me. Always. Usually, usually, usually. Often. All right. Often. Sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. You hear that all the time. Like sometimes. People say sometimes. All right. Occasionally. Occasionally. Rarely. Rarely. Seldom. Never. Okay. Yeah. We got these words that you can use to say how frequently something happens or an action takes place. And we got these in this order because there is a frequency scale. All right. So this frequency scale tells you what in zero from 100%, how often something happens. If I say always, that will be 100%. That's all the time. All the time. This happens all the time. Maybe it's you can say, I always drink water. I always drink water. Why? Because I need it. Siempre bebo agua. Yo siempre bebo agua. Es algo que pasa siempre. It's always, right? So usually is something that happens not always, but most of the times, right? Then we got often, sometimes, occasionally, ocasionalmente, rarely, realmente, seldom, never, right? So, okay. So what is the place of the outburst of frequency in sentence? Right. Well, generally, frequency outbursts are placed before the main verb in an affirmative sentence. However, in negative sentence and questions, they are placed between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. The auxiliary verb, they say do, does, right? And the main verb. Okay. So examples of adverb placement and affirmative, negative question, or in question sentence. We got that first one, affirmative. She, got she, then always, and then the main verb, go. She always goes to the gym. Ella siempre va al gimnasio. In the negative way, that will be, I never drink coffee. I never drink coffee. Yo nunca tomo café. In a question, that will be, do you usually study? Do you usually study in the evenings? Usualmente estudias en las tardes. Well, those are some examples. And let's practice a little bit, okay? So what you have to do here is complete the following sentence with the correct adverb of frequency. For example, you can think about that. How often do you go to the park? And I can say, I sometimes go to the park on Sundays. Now it's your turn. The next one. They blank eat sushi. You have to use one of the adverbs of frequency. All right. Well done. And the last one, blank visit your grandparents. Okay. Well done. Awesome. So I got a few more exercise here that you can do it on your home. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can do this exercise and we'll check them the next class, all right? But to do a summary, we study adverbs of frequency, okay? And so remember to use adverbs of frequency in your conversations and writings to improve your English level. Please, you can do that. Thank you for your participation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask right now. I can answer before finishing the session. Okay. All right. Thank you.